Well, hello, as we get close to Easter, we start thinking of the side dishes. Maybe you're gonna have a potluck or wanna take something somewhere. And I first think of deviled eggs. Growing up, you always wanted the deviled eggs. When I was a kid, if I was going to a church potluck or going to a family event, I always wanna know who's bringing the deviled eggs. And if no one is, can we take the deviled eggs so I can eat them? You usually only have them around special occasions. One, they take a little bit of time, but they're just really good. And I think there's something about Easter. They feel springy, of course, because of eggs too, but also they just have those bright flavors that we kind of crave, and they work well with whatever Easter meal you're gonna have. So it starts with hard boiling eggs, which is something I usually hate because you never know. There's tons of different ideas. Some people say Instant Pot is the absolute best. I don't have one, so I still boil them in water. Some people say you put vinegar in the water, which is what I do. Some people say make sure to use older eggs because then they have less content in them and they help to break the shells off easier. So do what works for you. I'm gonna start putting the eggs in my pan. I always do an extra one or two because like I said, you wanna make sure the shell comes off easily and nicely. And so if you would have to and one doesn't, you can have an extra one. Now I will put in some vinegar just because I do, it's one of those things where grandmas, moms did it, so I do it. Now we're gonna take this over and we're gonna put water in it. We're gonna just cover them with water. I also know people that love to steam their hard-boiled eggs. My thing is, if you have a way that works for you, do it. Do what you're comfortable with, because that's gonna be the best way to do it. We're gonna just barely cover them with water. I'm gonna set this over the heat, let it come to a boil, then turn it off and keep a lid on it until they're done. So I have been carefully taking the eggs apart. This is to me the most tedious part. But what I do is that once they're done cooking, I get a bowl of ice water, which most of the ice is melted, put my eggs in it, let them chill, and then I take each one out, give it some good cracks all over on the counter, all over, then put it back in the water to try to get some of that water worked in between the shell so you can actually sit there then and start taking it apart and going like that. And now I did that to all of mine. Remember, I did an extra one, and I've been carefully cutting them open. As you can see, I'm putting them in my tray. Happen to have an egg tray. You can get antique egg trays. This is not an antique one. Grandma always had an antique one where it had the eggs around the center. I know, it's from that era when deviled eggs were the thing. But what I'm doing is I'm putting all the beautiful yolks. Organic yolks are often gonna be the better color because they're fed really delicious things, the chickens are. So I'm putting all the yolks. I like to do it in a blender because I like it to be well mixed. I have my shells here. Put these on your compost pile. Calcium is great for a compost pile. Put them with your tomatoes when you plant them, that's good too. So now we just need to worry about what we're gonna add to this. Now this is a classic deviled egg, kind of pared down, kind of simple. You can go all out and change the flavors, but we're gonna keep this one somewhat simple. We're gonna keep it, I'm gonna say fairly classic. So we're gonna start with some mayonnaise. Now, use whatever mayonnaise you like. I often will make homemade mayonnaise because to me, that is just what I love. But do whatever one you like, whether maybe you're a Miracle Whip person, you can throw that in there. You can live life on the edge. So Miracle Whip can bring out the people that you either love Miracle Whip or you hate it. I'm gonna grab a spoon for my mustard. I'm gonna put some Dijon mustard in there. You need a little bit of that kick to offset it. So I'm gonna put some of the mustard right in there. And again, it's gonna give you that little bit of funk underneath that you won't necessarily notice, but it'll be there. We're gonna add some salt. Even though the mustard has a little bit of that, you definitely need to offset it with some salt because there's a lot of yolks in there, which is a lot of richness. A few cracks of pepper, just a few. I think you need a little bit. Now this isn't necessarily classic, I like a little bit of dill. Now you could just garnish with dill. I like to put just a couple in there so it actually works in, actually gets the flavor in there. And then a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Again, we just need a small splash of that acidity to really bring it out. So we're gonna have all that in there. And now we're slowly gonna start mixing this until it's smooth. Okay, it's all done. I like mine to be nice and smooth. You do you if you don't. So what you have now is this beautiful, smooth, hopefully well mixed mixture and that beautiful yolk color. So I have a pastry bag here and I put it over just a large glass so I could fill it better. Now, if you like to just spoon yours in, go right ahead. Or if you like to use, some people use this cookie scoop, a small one, and try to just do that. It kind of depends, whatever you want. They can look more rustic, who cares? People are just gonna be throwing the whole thing in their mouth. I like to often try to, if I can, keep it a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner around the edges, which is gonna be, the answer is a pastry bag. Does it always work perfectly? No. Do I still get them dirty sometimes? Yes, but you can see how it's gonna help you clean up a little bit. The worst part, honestly, is getting them all out of the blender. No matter what you do, it's just kind of hard, but you want all that goodness. I know I'm one that really shouldn't take this much time because on camera you shouldn't, but guys, I don't want to waste that. So you get it all in there, just like you would frosting. You let it work down somewhat, squeeze down some, and then I don't cut it until I'm ready to go. So I have my little scissors here, and you can cut whatever size you think you're gonna want. Cut it, and now we're gonna come over and we're just gonna start filling these. So however you want, you can just get in there, but look how much nicer it pushes out because we have it in a pastry bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill all these up to my heart's desire. I like them good and full. And then guys, we'll garnish them. Most importantly, I'll eat one, and I'll wish all of you could eat one with me, but I'll still eat them all. On some of them, if you want to, I'm sprinkling some traditional paprika. I'm being a rebel. I'm going smoked paprika because I like the smokiness. I think paprika was the way in the 60s that people would like experiment with something exotic. It was paprika, but it does look pretty. So on some of them, I'm doing paprika. I thought, then you could just sprinkle on, if you wanted to, some dill. You kind of just put it around a little bit. It kind of dresses up the plate too, honestly. Or you could also do, I have some parsley here too, and it's kind of the same thing. Just sprinkle it around. Guys, this is all it is, but it's that simple. Now, if you have a little bit left over, this is delicious spread on crackers. Put it on a sandwich. You can actually mix this and make a base of like an egg salad with it. I know, rich on rich, but why not? Actually, if you home make your mayonnaise, these are keto friendly too, so I'm just saying. Now, I'm gonna pick, I want the paprika. So I'm gonna pick this one right here. I love it. Who doesn't? It's a deviled egg. Unless you don't like eggs, which some people don't. You're not gonna like them, but otherwise they're delicious. What I think is important is well balanced. So it has a little bit of that tang in the yolk with that creamy inside, with the mustard, with the apple cider vinegar, it kind of offsets, but then it has almost like a sweetness too with the richness from the yolk. Personally, I love the smoked paprika on top. That's a personal preference. The dill you hardly notice, but you just get a nice, almost herby note, nice herb underneath. I don't know, I love them. I think they're great. They're great for Easter. They're great for anytime you're having a potluck, a picnic, people over, because who doesn't love cocktail hour? A deviled egg. Everyone loves them, except for people that don't, which, sorry. So what do I hope you do with them? I hope you make some deviled eggs and just enjoy them because they're delicious. I hope you pass them around. I hope you pass the recipe around because that's what's important. Of course, helps people find me, but it also helps people see how easy good food is to make at home. You can make deviled eggs and be a pro at it. You can also change up your flavors later on if you want to. So check my website, wiseguy.com, for this recipe, all my other recipes. And until next time, make something fresh, springy, and delicious.